Here's a question I'm hoping will haunt you. If you knew there was a way to interact with children that would make them smarter, would you do it? Hold on to that question for a moment while I ask you something else. Why is it that at a place like a children's museum, some children wander aimlessly, no interest, and remember nothing? Others do every hands-on activity that there is, but they still don't really understand the principles involved. And then still others can tell you everything about how it all works, and they come home with millions of ideas to try on their own. What makes the difference? There's an old idea still out there that says that if you just make the environment interesting enough, kids will acquire great thinking skills. And while it may work for some, time has shown it definitely doesn't work for all. Why? Well, I would like to introduce you to someone who spent a lifetime answering that question. At the end of World War II, a courageous young Jewish teacher who had twice survived Nazi imprisonment was asked to come and help rescue an entire generation of Holocaust orphans who at the time appeared to be very low functioning, and they were pouring by the boatload into the new Israel. Well, that teacher's name was Feuerstein, and he as a survivor himself was not about to give up on those children. So he devoted his entire lifetime working till he was 92 as a clinical, developmental, and cognitive psychologist to understand how our thinking processes work, how intelligence is built, and how to grow it. And it turns out that how much people get out of new, direct experiences has everything to do with how much of a very important factor they had previously. What is that factor? Well, a friend of mine who worked directly with Feuerstein first introduced me to that factor with this story. He said he was in a park one day where he had the opportunity to observe two moms with their sons. The first mom was engaged in lively conversation as she walked along with her son. And then suddenly, "Oh, look, what's that?" she said. And he looked where she was pointing and he said, "Oh, it's a such and such bird." He knew what kind it was. And she said, "Oh, have you seen one before?" And he said, "Yes, it was here yesterday." And she said, I wonder why he's here again." And he got really excited now and he said, "Oh, maybe he has a nest." Then my friend said they moved out of earshot, but he could see that they were still talking and pointing and looking together. And about that time, another mom came along with her son. Birds flew past them too, but they didn't really notice. When they arrived at the playground, the mom took out her paper and sat down to read while the little boy went off to play. My friend remarked that both moms probably loved their sons equally as much as the other. But he said if those interactions were typical of their time together, he said, I guarantee you the boy with the bird mother is going to be smarter. What's the factor? What was the bird mother doing? Those questions we'll explore next time with more time. Today, though, your next step is to wrestle with that haunting question. If you knew there was a way to interact with children that would make them smarter, would you do it?